Hello everybody and welcome to the channel and welcome to December 12th, 2025. And welcome to Holiday Apps. This should be the third and final video for Holiday Apps. We're not going to put this on any specific category. This is just going to go on the World of Tanks because this is neither an update or anything like that. And it's not a Let's Play video, so this is just a World of Tanks video. So this is going to be under the playlist World of Tanks. So this is the third and final video for the Holiday Ops series. So I just wanted to update you guys on stuff like that. All the things that you need to do on a daily basis to survive in Holiday Ops. So when you first log into your garage, the first thing you do is you have to check this thing. See that thing right there? The first thing you do is click that. When you do, a calendar pops up like this. In upper left hand corner, a curl. If you ever see a curl, then that means that's a day that you need to unlock. You need to peel that door off. Now, today is the 12th. Tomorrow, this corner will be slightly curled. Tomorrow when I log in. Every day you have to log in and peel back one of these numbers until all 31 of the numbers are peeled off and the calendar is empty. When that happens, you get what's down here. That's the first thing you do when you log into the game. Second thing you do when you log into the game, see that big ship back there? Click the ship. Every single day, whether you're at tier 10 or not, every single day, collect all your resources, then collect the resources from your two best friends. Okay, guys? Your resources and your resources from your two best friends. That should get you about 1,000 to maybe 2,000. You should get 300 resources of each type. From your best friends, your two best friends, you're going to get 50 resources of each type from each of your best friends. So you'll get a pretty decent amount. You might get that amount. Maybe. About 1680 per day. Now, what you use that for, you use that to make sure that the festive atmosphere level is as high as possible. When you've gotten the festive atmosphere level as high as possible, then you have to go in here and finish his assignments. To get these assignments done, you have to spend resources in order to unlock each of the assignments. If you do that, you will get the bonuses down here. Now, the cat has 3 assignments. You have to spend resources, more resources, to unlock each of these. If you do that, you'll get a 2D style for your tank with a cat on the front. So now once you're at level 10 and you got those 2 done, you don't need resources for anything. Now is the fun part. you bank all your resources, click this button right here, and simply convert over to another. Type the amount you want to convert, and type what resources you want to convert it to. Push convert. The exchange rate is 50 to 40. So you're going to lose some, a little bit. Not much, a little bit. The reason why you want to condense everything in one resource is what's coming up next. Now, if you have nothing to spend resources on, for example, the shop, if you purchased all of these with resources in the past, and you have every single one of these resources, you don't need any other resource. You don't need to spend any more resources. So now you have all these resources you're collecting on a daily basis, and you can't do anything with it. Yes, you can. Allow me to explain to you guys what this is. This is called the terminal. Now, if you have resources and the shop, you purchased everything there is to purchase in the shop. Okay? You are at festive level 10. You're coming on every day. You're doing your missions. You're collecting resources as best as you can. Your then objective is to make sure all the resources get converted over to one of those four resources. Convert them over. Just shift them over to one. When you get 2,000 of any one resource, you can purchase. When you get 2,000 of any one resource, you can purchase one token. Now that token you could spend in this machine and get prizes. What prizes you want, you ask? You can get equipment for the tanks. You can get resources. You can get... Actually, let me show you. I don't have resources to buy a token, but I can show you what you're going to get. You can either get consumables, you can get equipment, you can get credits, or gold. Out of that vending machine, you can get either one of those four. And all four are useful. You are definitely going to use all four of them, because they're something that don't stay very long. Consumables, once you use it, it's gone. So if someone's willing to give you, if someone is willing to ever give you a consumable, take it. It'll come in handy one day. Trust me. Okay, annoying. Thank you. There you go. Also, if you feel like spending a little money, it might help. If to speed up your progress, you can get large boxes. You can click the golden box in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can purchase boxes, just like I showed you guys in the first video I did. I showed you by opening up a bunch of boxes. I showed you guys what we're getting out of the boxes. You yourself can purchase boxes and open them up one at a time and see what you're going to get out of it. Now that will speed up your progress in the holiday apps, so you don't have to worry about decorating. You'll already have it decorated. like I do. Now, some people by now, most people have about half the village decorated. I have the entire village decorated, as you can see. The reason why I have the entire village decorated because I opened up a lot of boxes. And you guys can see that video in my video game updates for Holiday Ops 2026. You can also check the World of Tanks playlist for details. Okay, now, the second video on this, I believe, was also in the World of Tanks playlist, and that was the second update for the Holiday Ops 2026. This is going to be the third and final update for the 2026 Holiday Ops Spectacular. I just want to let you guys know that there's a lot of cool things you can do in Holiday Ops, and I'm about to show you some of them. Number one, you can either earn the dog this year or you can purchase him. Now, the dog himself is where he usually is. He's right here. He's always here. But if you want to buy him, he's someplace else. Yes, he's here. You can still play around with him. He'll still do the same things he always did. But they added something else. Let me show you what they added. This is a very cool feature. I think this is only for this year, guys. So make sure you get money. Because I don't know if this is going to be available next year. See him right there? See that right there? It says Den. I named him Shadow, of course. Click the Den. It's going to have Chaffee. You could rename him and give him a new name. You could actually purchase him with gold. Okay, so if you have gold on you currently, you can purchase him with 2,000 gold. Or you can grind for the red tokens and reduce his price down to nothing and get him for free, as well as our special guest. But you have to do 2 missions daily in order to get him for free. You have to do the first mission will get you a blue token for the special guest, and the red token will give you a token towards him. And the blue tokens, if you do not get the blue tokens, you will not get him. You have an opportunity to purchase him with real money. So, if he's not really that important, then just get our special guest. If he's important, click the Den and purchase him using gold right then and there. So you'll have him, and after Holiday Ops is over, he'll be sitting right here every time. After every battle, zoom out. Right there. Now, sitting in front of him, right here, will be a bag. Okay, guys? Sometimes there'll be a bag sitting there. Now, what that bag is, sometimes he'll go out into the battlefield and he'll pick off stray stuff on the battlefield. And he'll bring them to you. For example, he'll bring you credits, or he'll bring you consumables. He'll bring you credits, consumables, and he'll give you 10% bonus 10% bonus to credits. So having him in your garage is not just for show, not just for entertainment. He comes in handy. And it's pretty nifty. So he gives you a bonus. See? He gives you a 10% bonus to credit. He gives 10% bonus to credits for 10 battles. He gives you 10% bonus to credits for only 10 battles per day. So if you have a premium account, you get 2 times bonus to experience for up to 5 victories. If you have a premium account. So there is some cool shit. The premium account bonus to experience has been a thing for a long time. But this bonus to credits through him, that's a brand new thing. This is something they added because credits are notoriously hard to get. Credits are literally impossible to get. It's not like you can go in the store and buy credits. All you can do is buy gold. Convert the gold to credits. But that's a pain in the butt in its own right. For example, if you want to convert gold to credits, you have to, under credits is this exchange. You have to choose how much credits you want. Now, let's say you want 1,200 credits, okay? 1,200 credits cost 3 gold, okay? Now, after the exchange, I'll end up getting 4,024,484. Currently, I have 4,023,284. So, not bad. Only 3 gold. That's not bad. So if you need more credits instead of grinding, you can just do that. Some people say it's a waste of gold. Yes, but that's up to you to decide. It's up to you to decide what is a waste and what isn't. For example, see that right there? That's called free experience. You have to convert experience from other tanks that you feel that you love to play, but cannot. For example, if you have a, let me show you an example. Let me show you an example of a tank that cannot use experience anymore. I like to take all my tanks and I like to separate them primary versus non-primary. All the non-primary ones are the ones that do not have that orange stripe in the corner. Right there. Okay, let me show you an example of one. Let's see. Yep. Perfect example. Type 59. This is an old tank. I mean, very old. This tank is so old. This tank does not have field modifications. Well, it's not supposed to have field modifications. This tank is extremely old. When I first started 15 years ago, this tank was for sale for gold in the store. I purchased this tank a long time ago. Everybody and their mother was selling this tank because they're willing to give you a lot of money for it. I refused. I kept my original Type 59 and refused to sell it. Hands down. I still have my Type 59. They had made modifications to it. They added this to the Type 59, which Type 59 did not have this. So all I did was I made sure I got what it needed, finished it. Once again, it's done, over with. Once you do this and you're done, the tank no longer needs experience. If the tank is sitting on experience, like this one is not. Why? Because I used convert and I took the experience off the tank. Now, these are tier 10s. Previously, tier 10s, you were not able to go any higher. But now that they have tier 11, you might want to hold on to the experience on your tier 10s. The reason why is because if they ever make a tier 11, for that tier, hold on to that experience. Do not get rid of it. Let the experience build up on your tier 10 tanks forever. Anything else, like this is a premium tank. All premium tanks cannot use experience unless you max out the thing like I showed you on Type 59, unless that's maxed out. I do not believe that is maxed out. This will tell you field modification level. Now, this has no field modifications on at all. This is at level 3. This one is at level 6. This one is check mark. This one is done. So any experience sitting on this tank is useless. So what we can do is we can remove all experience off of this tank because the field mods are maxed out. Anything that's check mark, like anything that looks like this, you could take all the experience off of it if you want to. If it doesn't have a check mark and it doesn't look like this, if it looks like this and it has a check mark, sell the experience. See? That means it's an elite tank or premium. This means that field mods are done. You could sell all the experience off of it. Check the checkbox. Okay, so we're going to look. So far, that's the only one. All right, so we're going to spend 58 gold to exchange 1,450 experience off that tank We'll send that experience to free experience, which is right up here. Now that 1,450 is going to be added to this 10,095. We're spending 58 gold to do so. Push exchange. Convert 1,450 experience, free experience with using 58 gold. Push transfer. Successfully exchanged to free experience. Gold spent 58. Exchange rate is 25 to 1. Now we have 11,000 free experience, 545. That's how. Now, what do you use free experience for? I'll explain that next. Now that you have free experience, I will allow you to explain what you could use it with. Now, it's hard because I have almost the entire country finished. I could show you, but the problem is the entire country of the USSR is pretty much done. So I can't exactly show you guys. The only thing I can show you, this tank needs to be done. This one needs to get done. This one has to get done. This one. And that one. That's it. Otherwise, they pretty much have the whole country done, other than those. So, I'm nowhere near where I should be. I'm at 85,000. I have to get 201,000 over here. The closest I'm at so far is this is the closest tank I have right now to getting the tier 10. This one right here. That's the closest I am. This tank currently has 194,468. Now, if you look, get her out of the way. If you look, it says total XP. Now, what this means is including the free experience, including this right here, I have a total experience. My stupid head's in the way. Hold on. Okay. This is our experience as it stands right now. Including the free experience, this is how much experience we have with including the free experience. Now, we have to get 206,000 experience. We need, if we leave our free experience alone and don't use it, we only have to grind 100,000 experience. And we have to have maybe 6 or 7 million credits in order to purchase the next tank. So, anyway, what our main goal is going to be is to grind this tank. You could do like I do. You could play stupid and just grind every tank instead of grinding one. Now, that's a smart thing to do. Don't do like I do. I grind every single tank and make sure all of them are together. So when all of them unlock, they all unlock together. By doing that, it's going to take you twice as long to unlock a tank. It took me 15 years to unlock what I had right now. All because I grinded all my tanks together. It took me forever. Focus on one tank at a time. When you reach tier 10, move on to the next one. Then keep going. Move on to the next one. Then keep going. It's easier that way. Because if you don't need the equipment, you could easily take the equipment off of it, leave it blank, sell whatever you want to sell, move on to the next one. Anyway, now you're going to see percentage discounts. Percentage discounts means that people have blueprints on their tanks. Now, blueprints come in very handy. Blueprints enable you to get a discount on unlocking the tank and purchasing the tank. Now, in order to make a blueprint that you see here, you need the following. You need a certain amount of fragments. You need the first one are universal fragments. The second number is your country's fragments. Whatever country you're grinding, you're going to have their flag. Okay? Now, the third category is what's called your union fragments. Your union fragments are the fragments from the country that you're allied with. Okay? Your ally. So, in a way, if you're grinding an entire country, you do not want to have your allies, the country that you're grinding as well. Why? Because you're going to use all of their fragments to help you unlock yours. So be very careful what countries. Make sure that if you're going to unlock a fragment, make sure you pay attention to the country's allies. The first category, it says 12 universal fragments, 4 Soviet Union, and 24 fragments from China. Now, I have a few tanks on China, but I never once used a Chinese fragment, ever. The only country I ever use a fragment for are United States and Soviet Union. That's it. I mainly focus on Soviet Union. So, now because I only focus on Soviet Union, I can freely use USA fragments because USA don't use Russian fragments. And China, I don't know if China uses Russian fragments or not. I could check. We could check this. Personally, I haven't checked. No, yeah. See that? China, Soviet Union. China and Soviet Union are allies. So naturally, their fragments will show up together. So you have to be very See, I would have gotten done a lot quicker if I hadn't have used fragments to whittle down the prices of all these tanks. See that right there? I dropped one fragment on each of these tanks, including this one. That one, that one, that one, that one. I dropped fragments all over. I made a huge mistake. I would have gotten done a lot earlier if I had just not used one fragment. If I had left all the fragments alone, things would have been a lot different. Now you see, with USA, I went to town on you. I tried my best to get the USA fragments done. Okay, now we can actually create a fragment with the USA because we have enough fragments. So maybe we will do just that. Just to show you guys what it's like to unlock a fragment. So let's see. Let's see what it would be like to unlock a fragment. So let's see. Let's check all of our fragments. Okay, see this? We need 8 universal, 3 USA fragments, 18 from Britain, and 18 from Poland. If we have all of that, we can unlock, we can make one fragment. Only one. Spend all those to get one fragment from USA. See? Now, instead of grinding the tank, we just got this tank without grinding it. How do I know this? Because the tank belongs to us. We're done. The tank does not need researching. We're done. See? All we have to do now is get this tank right here. All we have to do is research this. By researching this tank, we're opening up this tree right here and allowing us to research this for nothing. Why? Because we dumped all the fragments on one tank. So we now do not have to, we do not sit there and grind this Easy 8. Grinding is not needed. All because we use blueprints. Now, by using blueprints, this tank would normally cost $1,340,000. This tank now costs $670,000. We got a discount, huge discount on this tank if we would have purchased this tank right now. If we want to purchase this tank right now, we can. We got a half off we got a half off discount. All because the blueprints are assembled. See that? That's how much the cost of the tank was. That's how much it is right now. That's the discount we got on purchase. Blueprints are assembled. Push that to purchase, and we own the tank. That's it. We didn't have to grind the Easy 8 at all, period. All we did was we purchased the Easy 8, played a couple of games, saved out the blueprints, and just unlock the next one. What you can do is that's how we do what's called bypassing. If a tank sucks and you hate playing it, for example, if you come up with if you have to have a tank right in front of you and you can't stand playing it, you hate it, but you want to make sure you get the next tank, you do what I like to call a bypass. You have to get blueprints for the entire next tank and then completely unlock that tank for free. Then purchase the next tank outright and you're good to go. That's it. So basically, that's it. All we have to do now is purchase this tank, sell this one, and purchase this one. That's it. It's not hard. You don't have to sit there and grind. All you have to do is make sure you have blueprints for each of the countries to spend. Make sure that is what you want to spend blueprints on. Make sure that entire line is what you're working on. It just so happens that the medium tanks for the American tree are what I'm really working on. So the medium tanks and the heavies are what I'm working on for the American tree. When I completely finish the Soviet Union, I'm going to start working on the American tree heavies and the mediums. So I have up to tier 7 done on T29. I'm going to get the M2Y. I have the T20 finally. Now, what we could do is we have the pullback tank right here. What we could do is we could try to jam in some more blueprints. Let's see how many blueprints we can fit on here. Let's see what we can do. Now, let's see how many blueprints we can throw on this one tank. Okay, we're only able to get two blueprint fragments on this one tank with what we had left. We now have 0 universals. We pretty much used all of them. Okay, and that's how blueprints work. Blueprints reduce the amount of XP that's needed to grind the next tank. And blueprints also reduce the price you're going to pay for the tank once you researched it. Now, with 3 fragments, we got a 45% discount on the experience. So the previous cost was $28,000. The new cost is $15,000. So that's a big discount. only 3 fragments. That's a big discount. Okay, all in all, that's how fragments work. That's one thing I really didn't go over that much. I really should have gone over that in the past. But I felt as though that wasn't needed at the time. Now I feel like that's needed. We had to have a discussion about that. Because that's something that people don't go over a lot. So if somebody gives you a fragment, hold on to it. Because you never know what country you're working on. See now, China, I made a big mistake. I went nuts with China. I should have saved it. Because, to be honest with you, I could have used it to help me unlock the Soviet Union. But I made that stupid mistake. See, Poland and Britain, I'm not working on. So, I don't have to worry about that. Poland and Britain are staying exactly as they are. USA, I'm only working on 2 branches when it's time. So, you have to know what your goals are in this game. You have to know what you can and cannot go for. For example, if you make the same mistake I did, it'll take you 3 times longer to get what you want to get. If you learn from my mistakes, you'll do just fine. Know what country you're focusing on. Focus on one country at a time. Don't do like I did and do every goddamn country. I grinded every goddamn country to tier 5. Until I finally decided I'm gonna do USSR. Don't make the same mistake I made. Pick a country, stay with it. Don't do anything else. Got it? Good. Of course, you see a premium you like, get it. Have fun with it. If you need experience from it, take it. That's it. Gold tanks and premium gold tanks are meant to farm stuff off of. All of these are gold and premium tanks. All of these I can use right now to build up experience and credits. People like to call it farming for credits, farming for experience. Yes. But I like to call it, these are premium tanks. I like to use them because they can get me credits. Under normal circumstances, if you do not have premium time and you do not have this dog, you are not getting any bonus credits. None. So, unless you have an amazing game and you never use a gold and you never use a premium round in your lifetime, you'll constantly be in the minus as far as credits goes. See these, do you guys see these shells right here? Composite rigid. See that right there? I call that a gold round. Back in the old days when I first started, these rounds used to cost gold in order to get them. Wargaming changed that. Now they call them premium rounds. They used to cost gold every time you shot one. Now they cost credits every time you shoot one, but they cost a lot of credits. So instead of it costing 1 gold for every shot, it costs 4,000 credits per shot. Yes, 4,000 credits per shot. You heard that right, guys. I'm not joking. 4,000 credits per shot. That's insane. You can blow your entire wad. I bought 27 shells in this tank. Am I out of my mind? I had a lot of money back then, so I purchased that many shells. What I like to do is I like to switch the gold rounds to the back, put the AP rounds in the front, put the HE shells second. Always put your gold rounds in the back, so that this way, when you first start the game, you'll start with normal AP rounds. If you have to switch over to HE rounds, click 2. If you desperately need that one-shot kill, go for a gold round, but be ready. You're going to be in the minus as soon as you get back to the garage. I'm telling you right now, you blow 1 gold round, you're going to be in the minus instantly. You're going to gain 0 credits off that battle. These tear your credits apart. Do not use these ever. Do not ever use these. These are useless. I have them on this tank because I use them as a backup plan, and only a backup plan. Backup plans are just in case. For example, if your clan is having clan wars, if they say move over to premium, if they say, okay guys, move over to gold rounds, okay. This is the tank I use to take on clan wars. So naturally, I have a lot of gold rounds on this tank. Now, let me show you guys a normal, average, everyday premium tank. See, let me show you guys what that tank would look like. Now, you guys saw what my Clan Wars tank looked like. Let me show you guys what a regular tank would look like. Okay. I'll show you this one. Okay. Here are our regular AP rounds. Right here. See that? AP composite. See the price? See AP composite? See the price? Okay, now here's HE, high explosive. See the price? High explosive anti-tank. This set of HE or AP, this is a gold round, a premium round is both in one shell. That's why it hits hard and it goes through, because it's both shells in one. But you're paying 4,400 credits per shot. 4,400 credits per shot. Naturally, I only have 8 shells. 13 of the high explosive, 19 of the AP rounds. See? A normal tank should look like this. This is what a normal tank that's not set up for Clan Wars should look like. If you have a Clan Wars battle coming up, make sure your ammo setup is set up just like my Type 59 is. I use my Type 59 for Clan Wars. That's why I have that many gold rounds loaded on my tank. You have to know whether or not to play gold rounds, and you have to know if you have enough to cover it. So now in Clan Wars, the clan stocks has credits and ammunition in their stockades. After every battle, the clan will automatically repair your tank, reload it, and get it set up and ready for the next battle. It will not cost you a dime. Clan Wars do not cost you any money to play. That's the one good thing about playing in Clan Wars. But you have to understand that Clan Wars, you have to have an entire clan up and ready to play. And you have to have 8 of them ready to play. And for clans, that's not easy. You have to have 2 teams ready to say, okay guys, let's go. So what your clan should do is, the right thing to do is to set a day. Every Sunday, my clan will do Clan Wars. Okay, so every Sunday, all 8 of us log on to the game and try to get a game in. We use the same tank every time, and we get the ammo and all the equipment set up. All of us get together in the test arena. I'll show you guys the test arena. You guys probably already know what I'm talking about. I call it the test arena, but it's really called team training. Usually people in a clan usually make a room, make sure the room is locked, and only people from that one clan. See, there's a clan right there using that room. There's a clan right there. They're using this room. Clans use the training rooms to get their tanks ready for Clan Wars. They play against each other to see if their tanks are ready, truly ready, or if the players on the clan are truly ready for Clan Wars. Because if you lose in Clan Wars, you lose a lot. You don't just lose a game, you lose a lot. You lose territory, and that's the one thing you don't want to lose. Territory is the last thing you need to lose. Things could get ugly very fast if you lose territory. The clan will get very pissed off. So you basically cannot lose anything. You are unable to lose. You're unable to lose anything. It's not possible. So, anyway, we're going to take a tank out tonight. I already went over, we just went over some stuff, and okay, we got to get out of training mode now. Okay, we're out of training mode. Now, before we go in, I just want to let you guys know that when you're playing this game, always make sure you have credits at least 1,000, at least 1,000,000. 1,000,000 credits in backup. If you don't have 1,000,000, let me show you guys how to get 1,000,000. This is the only time I want to see you guys purchase anything. Okay, guys? If you don't have at least 1,000,000 credits, then go to the store. Click the gold. Whoops, nope, wrong one. Click the star category under best. Click the moving up. Straight down. See that right there? For $20, you get 1,000,000 credits, 2,500 gold. Buy this, make sure you have 1,000,000 credits, then go out, play, have fun, and don't worry about money. Make sure you maintain a 1,000,000 credit balance. Make sure you maintain a 1,000,000 credit balance. If you have more than that, fine, keep grinding for more. Because the more you get, you're going to need it. When way down the road, when you get to the big tanks, you're going to need a lot more than 1,000,000. You're going to need at least 8 or 9 or 10,000,000 to get one tank. So you need a minimum of 1,000,000 in order to run out. That's my personal opinion, because you're not going to win every game. You're not going to get 15 kills every game. You're going to have games you're going to lose. And you're going to lose money big time. Unless you have a premium tank, you're going to lose money every once in a while. You have to be ready. You have to make sure you have credits to absorb some of those losses. Okay, guys? The best way to do that is to make sure you get this. Even that's not really that bad, but who wants to spend $100? I mean, if you want to spend $122, go for it. This will be a lot better. But I mean, this is not that bad either. This is really good. If you want to do this, but this is not even 1,000,000 credits. What you're paying for is you're paying for the 7 days of premium time. This is not giving you anywhere near 1,000,000. This is 800,000 credits with 1,500 of gold. But it's giving you 7 days of premium time. That's not bad. For $15, that's not bad at all. That's really good, actually. That's extremely good. So my suggestion to you, pick this up. Make sure you have at least 1,000,000 credits. Go out there, have fun. Don't worry about kicking people's ass. Just go out there and enjoy the game. Maintain 1,000,000 credits at least, and go out there and play the game for what it is. It's a game. Enjoy the game. Enjoy playing this game, guys. That's what I've been playing for 15 years. I've been enjoying this game for 15 years. I haven't gotten bored at all. Why? Because I enjoy playing this. Because I enjoy playing this game. I really do enjoy playing this game. In fact, I enjoy playing this game so much that I haven't stopped playing it for 15 years. Now that says a lot. Now let's go out into a really quick battle before I end up stopping this episode. Let's go out into a battle real quick. When we come back, I'm going to show you guys the Holiday Ops edition with the paper tanks. think it's called Raid something. Something Raid, I don't know. I'm going to show you guys the Holiday Ops paper tank battles. They're really, really cool. Very cool, guys. I love that. That's a lot of fun. You don't lose money. It's just fun. Fun is cool. I like fun. Now, I'm not a heavy tank. This, oddly enough, you're probably looking at me going, of course you're a heavy tank. No, this is a medium tank, guys. See the treads? Those are T-34 treads. I have enough treads for two T-34 tanks. Okay, guys? I have a heavy tank turret with a KV hull and two T-34 treads. So this is classified as a medium tank, even though it has everything else of a heavy tank. How or why this gets a heavy class? How or why this gets a classification as being a medium tank is beyond me. But all because the treads are medium tanks. Okay. So he needs help, which means it's not our first right that needs help, it's our second right. Yeah, I figured first right would need help. Now these guys are the ones calling for help. Now they either need help here, which they don't, or they need help. Yeah, they need help here. They have nobody to guard this area. So we're going to sit here. We're going to guard. We're mid to low tier. So we're going to sit there and guard this one zone here. Now, this Conway and this guy here, they're guarding this area. I'm guarding this area. And the heavies are guarding the other area. Reload. Reload. Oh, come on, damn it. Of course, one of my 4 treads got shot. See now, it's a good thing I did. It's a good thing I did come over here. See now the whole team is done with their zone, so now they're coming to mine, which means I'm moving up. I'm playing a support role. When you're mid to low tier, you're playing what's called support role. Support roles means you're supporting whatever tanks are moving up, which means you're staying behind the front lines. Anybody you spot, like that tank there, the front lines are not paying attention to him. I am. I'm going to stay here and keep an eye on him until he's dead like that. Because he could be taking shots at the front lines, and I don't want that. Because the front liners are too busy. Okay. Our base is getting captured, which means we need to turn tail and move back to base. Now, it would help if we were able to go faster. But being the fact that we have two medium tank treads, you figure we would go faster. But the fact that we're a premium tanks you cannot upgrade the engine. So whatever speed they are, that's what you got. Oh, we don't want to go down there. I also don't want to go around that way. Oh shit, we gotta have to go around. We have no choice. You have to go around. Waste more time. I'm coming. Back to base we go. There's that Burrask. That Burrask is pretty much all we got left. Well, no, we still have that one guy, and he's right there. So turn tail and head right to the guy that's left. See now, I'm going to show you guys how to make a premium tank go faster. I'm going to show you some things. This tank cannot go faster. There's no speed upgrades. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make a premium tank go faster. This premium tank is like a heavy tank. This is a medium. This is classified as a medium tank. Now, if I ever want to play this like you would a medium, then some things have to change, obviously. Now, we have a premium account. You get up to 5 multipliers to use. I could use this multiplier on this premium tank if I didn't want to play my regular tanks. I could grind my premium tanks and just transfer the XP to my regular tanks like I did with the American tank. I could do that if I really wanted to. In fact, I might do that. I might just play my premium tanks, have fun, then transfer the XP off of the premium tanks using gold, and then just finish, and then just unlock the next tank. So now this tank is building up XP. Ever so slowly, it's building up XP. Now, we got called on to check on the dog. He's got a gift for us. Let's see what he's got. Thank you for the silver. Much appreciated. Wait, pet the dog. Have to pet the dog. Okay, there you go. Do a little dance. Good job. Now we have to check on our dog. Does he have anything? Does he have anything for us? No, he don't. He don't have anything for us. Okay, now let's take what if we take this tank back out? Okay, we're going to convert. We're going to take this tank back out for one more battle. Okay? One more battle. I have a death wish. Bear with me, I have a death wish today. So I feel like doing some damage. I feel like doing something. It's not going to be damage, but I feel like doing something. This tank is a lot of fun to play. I enjoy playing this tank. Oddly enough, a lot of the premium tanks I like playing. They're fun. So, a lot of the tanks that are the tech tree tanks, I don't enjoy playing those. Why? I don't know. I just don't enjoy playing those. I enjoy putting all my good people and my good equipment on my premium tanks and playing those like crazy. I enjoy that. To me, that's fun. When I'm here to have a good time, I will play my premium tanks like crazy. Okay, first thing you have to do is you have to look and pay attention to where you are on the tree. Now, I am the mid tier is the tank below me. I am upper mid tier. Okay? Upper mid tier goes where the heavies go at the back of the pack. Heavies on this map always go this way. So I have to go right and stay at the back of the pack. Upper mid tier always stays at the rear of the pack. Because upper mid tier cannot dish out and cannot take as much damage as upper tier can. Where you are on the list depends on how much damage you can take. So you might have to be very quick. Your movements have to be very fast. And you have to be very aware of your surroundings. Make sure you're scouting all around you before you jump out. Make sure you don't hit your teammates like I did, because you will lose money. If you hit your teammates, you're pretty much done for. You'll lose money. If you're not sure, duck out and hit him. Unfortunately, dumbass drove in front of my shot, but it didn't do anything. So, that's fine. He saw me looking, trying to hit. HE. It's not a penetration shot, so we're going to use HE rounds. Load. 17 damage. Better than nothing. I'll take it. Now, these do little piddly damage. But I'd rather do little piddly damage than not do any damage at all. So, granted, people love doing one-shot kills, but me personally, if I can get one shot, if I can get 5 shots in and do a little damage each shot, or do one shot and kill them, I'd rather do more shots and do less damage and spend less money on ammunition. People blow more money on ammunition just because they want to kill people. Why? Why? I don't exactly know, but people are not frugal. They don't care. All they want to do is win. Winning is not important. What's important is if you're having fun. I'm having fun when I can come back from battle with a broken tank and still make money. If I can do that, I'm having fun. That's my version of what fun is. Is he behind the building? Oh, he's not. Oh, I could have got a kill. Oh, that's unfair. That could have been my kill. Okay, what you want to do is you want to try, and if you're capturing a base, you want to try and do what's called a scan. You've been detected. Someone's going to try and back up. You're getting hit by multiple targets. This is not good. Again, multiple targets you can't see. This is a problem. Now, the first instinct would be to get the hell out of there. But my teammate, he said, was right. He said, stop defending our base and go help south. He even told them to help me. I was capping the base. He's telling the team to go help me. I was capping. I was about 25% through capping the base. If I had help, we would have won. We would have definitely capped the base and won. Because they were defending the base the whole time, we're probably not going to win. How do I know this? Look at the score. 11-10. Right now, they're winning by 1 point. What point is that? However many tanks we have left alive. My tank was the tank that tied us both. The fact that I died, we're now down by 1 tank. So in order for us to win, we have to kill 2 tanks in order to win. And to make matters worse, one of our tanks is not even playing this game. One of our tanks is AFK. The Scorpion. So technically we only have 2 people on our team that are left alive that are even doing anything. The third person is AFK. So I would have to say we're done. We lost at this point. Now you could do one of 3 things. You could report that tank for inaction, which you can do. Inaction. Report him as inaction, not doing anything. Or type out in chat, hey, wake up. Which we could do that. Okay. Now is the time. Now is the time. This fact that the fact that that scorpion didn't do anything, he should get reported. He really should. And tell everybody to report him, and they'll report them. I should have reported him, but I didn't see him. They saw him. I didn't go on the screen. I didn't see him. They might have seen him. They might have reported him. I didn't. Okay. Only multipliers can be applied to winning battles. So I can put that multiplier on 3 more winning battles. I only got 356 experience, period. With the multiplier added, I might get at least 1,000. So right now I have 4,000. Add to the 8,000, that would be 12. That would be 12,000. That'll be about around where I was at before. So let's do that. Click convert. Now ST66. Uncheck everything. Check ST66. We're going to convert 4,075. We're going to spend 163 gold to do so. When all said and done, we're going to have 12,812 free experience, and we will have that much gold left over. Push exchange, convert free experience for 100. Confirm the confirmation. Push transfer, and your free experience is back to normal. Done. It's as easy as that. You don't ever have to grind a tank ever again. All you have to do is play your premium tanks. I have all these premium tanks and I have gold. What do you use gold for? Well, people use gold to get more credits. Why? Why, when you could play a tank, have fun, and get credits? Oh, well, you could buy tanks with that. Okay, if you find a tank you like, buy it. I did. Want to see? I just bought one today. I bought one. I bought a brand new one today. Now I haven't even played it yet, so I'll show it to you if you want. Let's see, where is it? This is the one I just bought. I just bought this today. This is a tier 8 tank destroyer. This has a welded turret, a welded KV4 turret on top of it, a welded extended KV4 turret on top. Now let's check it out. Check out the armor, see what it's look like. Now, this is some pretty solid armor. This is some very, very solid armor. Except for the back. So we're going to try and keep our armor like that. We're going to try to make sure that only this is seen. Of course, this and that are our only weak spots. And our only weak spots are 200 millimeters of armor. That's impressive. Normally, armor of a tier 8, normally at a tier 8, an armor usually lasts about the underbelly, which is right here, which the official word for this is called the glacis. This is usually about 80. This stands at 175. That's really impressive. That's very, very impressive. Now see the red? The red means that's heavy armor. Green is light armor. Yellow is medium armor. This is weak, medium, heavy. Now, artillery is going to have a field day with this tank because all the armor on top is weak. So make sure this tank has an abundance of camouflage. I mean, camouflage up the wazoo. Make sure you have a camo net. Make sure you have camouflage on the tank. Make sure the tank's not bald. Even if you have a fancy camouflage, anything's better than nothing. I happen to have a theme camouflage on this thing. I have this one. This camouflage gets you a +4 bonus to concealment. Okay, that will come in handy. That +4 bonus to concealment will come in handy. Now, the next skill we learn with this tank will be camouflage. That'll be the next skill. Directives. Until we get camouflage learned, when you get camouflage learned, then you drop that. So this gives the entire crew concealment. By doing that, it will increase the concealment rating of this tank. Because the tank knows how to keep concealed now. If and when I do decide to drop this, if I do not have concealment on the crew, my concealment rating is going to further decrease. Now, what else can I do to improve the concealment rating? I don't know. Let's check the equipment. Now, what can we do to further increase our concealment rating? What about a camo net? That might help. These guys are driving me nuts. They're always in the way. There you go. All right, now. And what if we add this? Now, this gives you a bonus to repair speed, which we need, because if somebody blows our track, the crew needs to leave the tank, get out, and repair the track. Remember, we do not have a moving turret. The turret is welded onto the hull. So we are depending on the treads and the tracks to move us left and right. The gun will shift like this. but we do not have a turret that moves. We do not have a working turret that rotates like that. So we do not have that. This tank has a stationary turret. So concealment is so important with this tank. Extremely important. Now, aiming is not that important. Concealment is much more important. So a camo net would be sufficient. So demount and mount the camo net. Okay? Now, the fact that we have a camo net and the crew has concealment because of natural cover, now our concealment rating will go up significantly. Now we have to decide as far as we're unable to upgrade the gun. I don't think we are. Let's see if the field modifications. Now, the premium tanks. All premium tanks do not have anything to research. The one thing premium tanks does have is mods. All premium tanks have mods. Now, we actually have enough experience to increase to level 1. So, this has been unlocked. I never use the alternate configurations. You can if you want to. I never do. Because whatever I have on there, if I don't need it, I'll demount it. Most people don't like to do that. Most people like to put something. If they don't want something on there and they want something else, they use a second modification and mount something on there and change it around. Me personally, I don't like doing that. I never use the second one. So I can't wait till we get to this. This is what I want. This and this. These two I never use. But you need that. Can you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to go in order. Okay, so Tier 1 is unlocked. Tier 1 gets you this. It allows you to change your ammo and change your consumables. For example, if you want to have a regular setup and you want to have a setup for Clan Wars, you can do that. This could be for Clan Wars. This can be for regular gameplay. For example, my Type 59. My Type 59 I use for Clan Wars. If I want to use that other than Clan Wars, what I will do is I will put one of those two setups. I'll set up for non-Clan Wars. Now, people say, well, they should have that for the crew. No. And I'll tell you why. The only reason why you should do that is if you have a premium tank. Back in the old days, premium tanks used to train crew faster than regular tanks. Now, 15 years ago, a premium tank had the following benefits. I don't know if premium tanks nowadays have the same benefits. 15 years ago, premium tanks got you more credits, got you more experience, and trained the crew faster. Playing a premium tank gave you those three benefits right off the bat. So if you needed more cash, you needed a better crew, and you needed more experience, you toss the crew on a premium tank and grind the hell out of that premium tank. Get all the money, all the experience. When the crew is fully trained to the max, transfer all that experience to free experience, save the money, then transfer the crew to the tank you want to play. Then transfer all that free experience toward save that in free experience right here. And just save it just in case. Now, I just picked this tank up today. This tank has never been out on one battle. As of right now, this tank looks okay. It's decent. Personally, right off the bat, it could use that. Now it's ready. This tank is ready to go. Let's take this tank out on its first test run. Now, granted, I have no upgrades on this tank at all. But premium tanks previously never had upgrades. Those upgrades, those secondary upgrades, those are new. Fairly new to the game. So, I call them secondary upgrades. They're fairly new to the game, but I'm glad they added those because there are premium tanks that do not have upgrades that could use them, of course. So instead of using equipment to jack them, all we need to do is provide the right upgrade. Anyway, we're going to take this tank destroyer out for its first battle. So, ammunition incomplete. Let's try. Let's find out which one has incomplete ammunition and this one has incomplete ammunition. Now, we're not using this yet. So, whatever's the cheapest, see the price? Whatever's the cheapest, max it out. See that? Go back to 1. And go play. Now, until you use number 2, until you decide you're going to use number 2, just do that. Quicker, easier, so you don't have to deal with that confirmation every single time. Just make sure you have the right one on when you're about to jump into a battle. Now, keep in mind, this tank does not have a moving turret. So the tank has to move to face the enemy. So make sure you're very quick with the repair kits. Now, we're upper mid-tier. Upper mid-tier meaning higher than medium. So, in this map, low tier, low tier, mid tier, upper mid tier, high tier. Everybody goes here except for low tiers. Low tiers and tank destroyers will use lower mid tier tank destroyers will go there. Now I will not jump right into the battle. I will stay behind and sort of snipe from the rear because that's what my job is. Technically that's what a tank destroyer is supposed to do. They're calling for shots with him. I think I've got something. Nope. And I'm not going to do any damage to him. Come on, disappear. Come on. What asshole bumped into me? Son of a... Oh, some asshole bumped into me. And messed my shot up. Who's the dick? Who's the douchebag that ran into me? Son of a bitch. Really? This is what I hate about having douchebags on your team. Because a lot of times what happens is you're trying to do something and somebody just bumps into you and messes your shot. And that one shot is what you needed. If I had gotten that one shot, I would have gotten more credits and more experience. But I didn't get the shot, so obviously I'm going to lose money up the wazoo with this one. But that's to be expected. Especially when a tank has 0 upgrades. A tank is stock. Stock tanks don't last that long, guys. You have to play this tank a lot in order to get used to its quirks, its mistakes. You have to play a tank often enough where you get used to what it can and cannot do. Every tank is built differently. Every tank has different quirks. You have to learn what quirks does this tank have? What are strengths and weaknesses? Right off the bat, I didn't get to play it that long. All I got to do is play this. I didn't get to fire the gun. I never got to fire once. So, as far as movement goes, its strength is that this has the hull of a heavy tank. Okay, guys? This has the treads of a heavy tank. This has the engine of a heavy tank. It moves very fast. But, unfortunately, guess what the engine is? The fuel is behind the tank. The fuel is at the back of the tank. Engine is right here. So if somebody penetrates the front, it goes right into the engine, disables your engine. You're not going anywhere. You're not turning. Can't do anything. This tank has to have an automatic has to have a large repair kit. Has to. That's a must-have. Automatic fire extinguisher, large repair kit, everything large. Because if you don't, this tank will never survive. Of course, we lost that one. We know why. Now we know what the tank is fast. We know that. Right off the bat, we know this tank is fast. So we don't have to increase the speed. Okay? Now we need to pay attention to, we know it can maneuver. We know it's fast. We need to now concentrate on its gun. Its gun is the most important thing we need to figure out with now. Now, if it has a really, really good gun, we might not need any gold rounds in it, period. I will tell you one thing. If we look at the gun, we could probably get a brief idea of what gun it has in it. So let's go to research. 107mm M75K. Tier 9. Now, M75K 107. So let's see if we can find a tier 9 heavy tank. So tier 9 heavy USSR. I have a lot of tier 9, a lot of heavy tanks. So let's take a look. Object 277. Now, that was a 107mm, okay? This is a 130. That gun has a thinner barrel. The barrel on this gun is this wide. The barrel on the other gun is that wide. The shell is not as meaty. The shell is thinner. It's a thinner and longer shell. Now, what does that mean? It could mean it's got a smaller warhead in it. It could also mean that the bullet that comes out of that gun is longer and might travel faster because the bullet's lighter. It could mean that. What it also means that if the bullet's smaller, it's not going to do as much damage, but with enough penetration, it could very easily penetrate through something. The thinner a bullet is, the easier it is to penetrate a tank. Which means that if we have the 107 on that tank, if we want a guaranteed hit every time, we're going to have to use gold rounds. We have no choice. Whatever has the highest penetration rating is what we're going to have to use. Because this tier 9 heavy tank has a 130mm gun. We have a 107mm. 107mm guns you're not going to believe this, but 107mm guns are on tier 8s, which is what that is. It's a KV4. It's a KV-4 tank destroyer. Now, this is the millimeters of the tank destroyer right there, 107. So now it'd be nice if we were able to compare the damage between the two. What we can do is compare the vehicles. So let's click add the comparison. Then we're going to go back into this right here. And we're going to click add to comparison. Okay. Now we're going to go to comparison. See, now the comparison used to be in the as part of that, used to have a button somewhere over here, like in the corner or something like that. But the comparison button is gone. It used to have, there it is right here. See that right there? Click that. Compare the two. Now we can compare the KV-4 to the KV-4 KTTS. This is a tank destroyer. This is the heavy tank KV-4. This is the tank that we're comparing it to. The damage is higher on the tank destroyer because it's a tank destroyer. That's why. Now, damage per second is also higher. Our penetration is also higher. Rate of fire is slower. Now, that could be very easily corrected by increasing the speed of the reload speed. So we could add a gun rammer, and we could add some better loader skills to increase the loading speed. Make sure all of our loaders have some pretty solid loading skills. I mean, really work on our loader skills. I mean, really hone down on the skills. That will increase, so further increase the loading speed. Gun traverse speed. Gun traverse is the amount of time it takes for the gun to turn around. Now, KV-4 has a turret, so the crew has to manually crank the turret around. We have to move the actual treads to move the tank to rotate. We have to rotate the tank. So the tank rotates, our tank rotates quicker than the turret on a KV-4 rotates. See? The hull turns quicker than the KV-4's turret can rotate. That's not bad. That's not that bad. Now, gun depression. Gun depression, 6 out of 12 for the KV-4. KV-4 tank destroyer, 5 out of 20. That's not bad. Which means that what that is, second number is angle. The angle that a gun can go up is higher the number of the angle. The fact that the KV-4 has a moving turret, its angle is not going to be as high. Now the KV-4 TTS has a stationary turret, It's part of the hull. So naturally, they're going to have the gun angle higher. So that's normal. Now this gun can maneuver up to 45-degree angle. The KV-4 can maneuver up to nothing. Why? Because it has a turret, and the turret moves. This tank, the tank destroyer, doesn't have a turret. It has a hull. So the tank's gun has to be able to go up. Now, aiming time. The KV-4 aims quicker than the KV-4 TTS. Here's our weak spot. We don't aim quick enough. So we now have to go through the equipment to make sure that we're able to get that aiming up a lot. Aim needs to be increased with this tank tremendously. Okay. Now, if we configure, check our configurations, and we see what we can do, what can we do? Now, what if we were to add, we need to reload faster, okay? So let's say we were to do say we were to do a gun rammer, right? A bounty rammer, that'd be even better. But I don't think I own a bounty rammer. I think I own an improved rammer. I think that I do own. No, they don't have an improved rammer. They only have a regular rammer. Damn it. That sucks. Alright, now let's say we did this. Okay? Now, that would increase the loading time by 1. By 10%. So it'll increase it by 1 point. Which makes it load faster than the original KV-4. So it hits harder and it loads faster. But what are we losing? We're losing quite a bit. We're losing survivability. That's exactly what we're losing. What we're losing is the ability to survive. That is unfortunate. Now, as far as directives goes, right now we have camouflage, natural cover. That's what we have right now. So that's what we have right now. So okay, so now let's try this. Now, across the boards, everything's looking really good. The only thing that don't look good is the aiming time. I would have to say the aiming time does not really surprise me. I don't really like the aiming time. It's like a half a second slower. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a half a second slower. I mean, how can we increase the aiming time? How do we increase the aiming time? So let's see. We can improve the aiming. Even with the bonus. Even with the bonus, guys. We're still short. KV4 is still better. KV4 is better by 0.01. There's nothing we can do at this point. We have aiming bonus. I don't think there's anything else we can do at that point. We're looking pretty good. The shells, the AP rounds. One of them is I think one of them is a gold round. I think that's a gold round. That's an AP round, it's a gold round. That's, I don't know. One's one, one's the other. I don't know. This is the hull armor. That here's a kicker. Ready? Hull armor 180. Hull armor 200. Why? Because the hull armor is thicker and it's stronger because there's no moving turret. That's why there's more armor on this tank. It's meant to have more armor. Now, suspension repair time. It takes 10 seconds to repair that suspension. It takes 12 to repair the original KV4. Technically, if you want to get technical, the KV4 TTS and the KV4 are exactly the same tank. They're pretty much the same thing. The only thing that's really different about the tank. Camera closer, so you guys can see me better. The only thing that's closer and easier to see. It's ridiculous. All you see is blinding light. It's ridiculous. All you see is blinding light. You don't see me. There you go. Okay, now, where are we? Now, there is no turret on this one because the turret is welded to the hull, which makes this part of the hull. So the hull armor, not the turret, there's no turret. The hull armor is 200. They have to make the armor thicker to compensate for the fact that it don't have a moving turret. So people are going to shoot the track so it can't move. The tank has to last. So it's not going to have to go that slow. The speed of this tank is not meant to go fast. It's meant to stay, last, shoot real hard. This tank is not meant to have fast mobility. This tank is slightly heavier. its engine power, this has a standard KV4 engine in it. This has the upgraded KV4 engine in it. Now, I had the KV4 and I upgraded it up to its max with its fastest engine. That's the only reason why its engine power is better. If I never upgraded the KV4, it would have the same power, engine power. So, really, it's the difference of 20 horsepower. That's it, 20. Now, there's no turbochargers. There's no boosters on it. You have 12 horsepower versus 1196. You have a difference of 0.57 horsepower. 0.57 difference. The KV4 has 0.57 horsepower increase. Why? Because I have the better engine in the KV4. KV4 TTS has the lower powered engine in it. It has the original engine that the KV4 came with. But what confuses me is that the weight. Here's where things start to get complicated. This tank is heavier, okay? It has more armor, all right? It's got thicker armor, more armor. It's heavier. It has less engine power. Okay? Less horsepower. Its top speed is higher. How? How is its top speed higher? The top speed, but its reverse speed is higher on the KV4. How that's possible, I don't know. I just don't know. I find it very, very odd. Technically, the KV4, KTTS, and the KV4 are exactly the same tank. Their stats should be almost identical. You're looking at a KV4 chassis right here with a KV4 turret moved to the back of the tank, engine placed in the front. A KV4 has an engine in mid-tier. The crew is in front. Now the guns here, gun crew, ammo stored in back of the turret. Engine and fuel are in the back. This tank has the fuel right here and on the other side. Engine is right here, which is very, very odd. An artillery shell, if it hits, it'll hit the gun. It won't have a direct hit on the engine compartment, because the gun does not have a turret. The gun can't move. So the artillery shell will hit the gun first before it hits the tank. Thank God for not having a turret. Thank God. Because if they hit the gun, you can always repair the gun with the repair kit. But once you hit the engine, that sets the engine explodes and sets the fuel off. Once the fuel gets a spark, your tank is toasted. So there's some things. There's a lot of things going on. These two tanks have, by comparing these two tanks, this is a heavy tank, this is tank destroyer. Right off the bat, you could definitely tell that as a tank destroyer, this definitely is worth buying. Because this lasts a lot longer, has thicker armor than the KV-4 does. And this is the chassis of a KV-4. But it has much thicker armor than a KV-4 does. Although the gun that's sitting on that tank right now is the low-powered, is the original KV-4 gun. It's a 107. The upgraded gun is a 130 millimeter gun. This tank does not have the 130 millimeter gun. This tank has a 107. That is the KV-5's stock gun. So technically, this has a KV-5 stock gun. The KV-5 is a premium tank. It's your A premium tank. This gun right now, KV-4 KTTS, has the same gun that the KV-5 has. Same exact gun. Same gun as the KV-5, which is not bad because the KV-5 has some pretty heavy hitting. So this tank, but the KV-5 has a rotating turret. This does not. The KV-5 has less armor than this does. This has more armor. Now, if you were to add the KV-5 to the comparison, you'd see a difference. Because the KV-5, although that would be a bad comparison because the KV-5, although the gun is exactly the same, the KV-5's hull is completely different than the KV-4. But we'll be comparing the hull. We'll be comparing the gun. We'll be comparing the gun. Now, look at the concealment rating. Just for a minute, let's look at the concealment rating for a minute. Now, we have the camouflage on the whole crew because of that thing I put on, right? And we have camouflage on the tank. The KV-4 has no camouflage on the crew and no camouflage on the tank. Look at the camo rating. Big difference. Some paint and some training makes a big difference, guys. Paint the tank, make sure there's a camo on it, make sure the crew's trained in camouflage, the whole crew's trained in camouflage, and you'll have a much better rating. This is without all the camouflage and without any of the training. This is with the training. That's insane difference. It truly is. Now, when the vehicle is moving, this is important. Tank destroyers do not have turrets, okay guys? So as soon as you move that hull a little bit, .25 seconds. You can move for 7 seconds before your camouflage turns off. You will stay camouflaged for 7 seconds after you move. 7 seconds. That's impressive. That is a very good camo rating, guys. As of it stands right now, this tank has a better camo rating than the stock KV4 does. Stock KV4 has a camo rating of a moving vehicle having 2.05. If this thing would have run across the battlefield, its camo rating would be 7.25 seconds. This tank gets spotted in 2 seconds. That's impressive. That truly is impressive. That really and truly is impressive. Now you really have to think. Sometimes it's best to compare your tanks one versus the other. It's always good to do. It's always good to do something like that. If I can get my head out of the way, there you go. Now you see, it's always good to do something like this. It's always good to compare tanks you have and what you don't have. So now, this is a premium tank. If you saw this for purchase and you wanted to know more about it, add it to comparison. Compare it with the tank that's listed as KV4. KV4. Compare it with the KV4. It's a tank destroyer versus a heavy tank, but compare the two. Because the hull looks like it's pretty much the same exact thing. It honestly looks exactly the same. This pretty much is the KV4 turret. The only difference is that they extended. They made the machine gun turret bigger. And they extended this all the way to the back of the tank. Now, my guess, I think the engine is here. And the fuel storage is right here. But then again, we also have another problem. It looks like the engine might be here. But if that's the case, if the engine is in the front, why is the exhaust right here? Here's where the smoke comes out. If the engine is truly in the front, why would the exhaust be back here? Granted, this is not a moving turret. This is a stationary hull. Why would they put the exhaust in the back? Normally, if the engine is in the front, they'll put exhaust pipes here and here. They'll put them alongside the engine. They'll put pipes here and here. Which means that they made the turret longer. Okay, guys? They put the engine in the turret. So the engine is, that means the engine is down here. Okay, guys? Engine's down here. The engine is right here. Fuel storage is probably right here. which means ammo storage is probably right here. And the crew, the entire crew, is right here. That's what I think this tank is set up. I think that big long turret is to accommodate the engine. I think the engine is right here. And this is the exhaust for the engine. Because by putting heavy duty armor here, that keeps the fuel and the engine safe. So technically, we got ourselves a good tank here. This is a good solid tank. Technically, if you want to get really technical, this should be a pretty good tank. If all else fails, we'll have to see how it goes. So let's take this out for another battle and do this as a road test. Of course, it's getting late at this point, and I'm not sure how well I'm going to play, but I will do the very best I can. I will have fun. As long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter whether I win or get kills or anything like that. As long as I'm doing my job and having fun, that's all that matters. As long as you're doing your job and you're having fun, it doesn't matter whether you get kills or whether you damage anybody. As long as you're doing your job and having fun, that's all that matters. Now, we're a tier 8 tank destroyer. Obviously, there's a lot of tier 8 tank destroyers out there right now, so... Nice paint job. Where'd that come from? Never seen that paint job before. Flames. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. This board, if you're a heavy tank, heavy tanks automatically go up the hill. Low tier tank destroyers always camp over there. We're mid to low tier, which means our job is to camp out over here. We're a little bit below mid tier. So we're more closer to the low tier. So our job is to camp out on the other side and snipe from a distance. I don't really like to go this way. At this point, I have no choice because I am playing a tank destroyer. So I feel that it is my duty to go this way. The reason why tank destroyers do not go uphill is because all the tank destroyers take this way and try to hit people that are up on the hill. That's why. And that's tricky. It's very difficult. It's very hard to be going up a hill and all of a sudden somebody's hitting you. Now, I don't see any of our teammates going uphill. Now we have a problem because if nobody goes uphill, if nobody goes up the hill, there'll be nobody up here to let them know there's people coming. And we can't spot them. So, literally, there's no one. So, I might have to camp out back here and look. I might have to just, because there's nobody that wants to go up the hill, I might have to camp out and stare at the hill. Now I'm in trouble, because now I have a chance of getting spotted very easily, because I'm about to go across Dead Man's Hill. I'm about to go across at a very slow speed. So this is usually not something I recommend unless you're in a situation like I'm in, where your entire team abandons the right side, so you're forced to go on one side. So now we have a medium going on that side. Okay, we have some people coming up the hill. And we don't have any opposition. This is a good sign. I like this. If we have no opposition, that means that it's not that big of a deal. So if they... Oh, wait. We do have people coming up the hill. So I better get in place. Better find a place. I better disappear. Sniping positions. And camp. And this is where we wait. As soon as he spots them, I will provide cover fire for him. As soon as he spots the enemy, I will immediately provide cover fire. Don't worry, he needs help. Don't worry, I'm helping. I'm right here. I'm helping. He may not see me, but I'm helping. See now, if they could technically hover on the other side. I'm really down low. So I would have to get up on the top of the tracks in order to get more height to see over the hill. See, now we have a problem. No, someone spotted me. Not a good thing. See, I moved too much. Good. Not good. Not good. Not good. I moved the hull too much. See why your camo rating is so important? I moved. Camo rating is everything, guys. Your camo rating is gold. If your camo sucks, you're gonna get hit. That's why you have to have a top-notch camo rating. That's why. I never spotted them. I never saw them. No one saw them. But they saw me. How is that possible? Their camo rating is better than mine. That's how that's possible. Your camo rating has to be top notch. Everything on that tank has to be geared around camouflage. If it's not, that's going to happen every single time. Tank destroyers have to have a camo rating of 100%. If they don't, you're dead. Consider yourself dead on arrival. Now, technically, me shifting over a little bit should not have spotted me. But because my camo rating sucks so badly, that's it. If I had a good enough camo rating, I would just be able to move the treads a little bit. I'd just be able to shift my hull a little bit, and I would still be camouflaged. Still. Because I shifted it a little bit, my camo rating sucked. It was good, but it wasn't as good, and I got killed immediately. Because they spotted me. Because I just went, poof, here I am. I have a good camo rating, but it's not good enough. It needs to improve. Because this tank, because we're looking at heavy tank, it's using the hull of a KV4. Which means that the camo rating has to be high. Has to be so high that everything in the tank has to be geared around camouflage. The larger the hull, the higher your camo rating has to be. You understand, guys? This is the reason why I got spotted. This is the reason why. Because shifting my treads a little bit should not have spotted me. They should not have been able to spot me. If I had a good camo rating, I still wouldn't have been seen for 2 seconds. I should have been covered for at least 2 seconds of movement, which is how much movement I had. I had 2 seconds of tread movement. They still spotted me. 2 seconds of track movement. 2 seconds. That's insane. That is absolutely ridiculous. But that's the way things are. That's the way things roll. The larger the hull, the higher the camo rating. How do you do that? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, make sure you have camouflage on there. I do have camouflage on this. That's step 1. Step 2, make sure you have a camo net. Step 3. Make sure the crew has camouflage. The crew does not have camouflage because they didn't learn it yet. And my camouflage directive just ran out. So now I don't have any camouflage on this tank. Also, equipment based, there is something else you can do. Now, this modified configuration, this comes in very handy for a lot of tanks. This increases your repair speed. This makes the internal modules more durable, and they won't drop as easy. You won't be going through repair kits like crazy. This will damage your engine less. And if the gun loading speed, okay, if the gun is damaged, you won't get a penalty to loading speed. If the gun is so broken and you have this out, it will load exactly the same as it did before with this thing out. Now, chance of engine fire is reduced with this. This makes this tank more survivable. Now, with the amount of armor we have on this, I don't think we need to make it more survivable. What I do think we need to do is we need to increase the camouflage rating. Now, how do we do that? Without having to worry about the crew, how do we increase the camouflage rating? Well, first of all, concealment. We could add this. Change the exhaust system, make it quieter. This is good for light tanks. Put this on light tanks, you'll be able to spot things at a longer distance. This is good for tanks like mine that don't move the hull, that keep the hull locked. In your game settings, you make sure that when you're in sniping mode, the hull stays locked. By doing that, in order to move, you have to get out of zoom mode, move, then go back in zoom mode. I have it set to moves in zoom mode, which is probably why I got spotted. There's a reason why Wargaming put that automatically in, because people don't realize that they moved. When you're in sniping mode, all you hear the tank move, but you don't see it, so you don't realize that you can get spotted now. You might not have wanted to do that. That might not be such a smart idea. So technically, what we could do is we could demount this. And we could increase the concealment rating by 5% by adding this, making this harder to see. This tremendous thing is now going to be harder to see by additional 5%. So now we have 15% camouflage rating, 25% camouflage rating, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29% camouflage rating. 29% camouflage rating in total. Now, if the crew had camouflage, If the crew had concealment, you would get an additional 10%. That would be 30% camouflage. That would be near perfect. Now, let's put this on again for one battle. And now, let's try it as is and see if this improves. This should be significantly better. Now we can go into the settings and we can set it so that if in sniping mode, the hull doesn't move, which means the hull's locked. You have to out to move. We can do that. That should help us too. That should significantly help us. So let's see. Graphics, sound, controls, hull lock. We're looking for hull lock. Battle communication, battle interference. Enable automatic hull lock in sniper mode. In vehicles without 360 gun traverse, the hull lock will stop the hull from turning automatically to follow reticule. Okay, so the hull lock was on. So what I did was, I don't know why it moved. Oh, probably because I physically moved the tank. Hull lock means that if you're actually moving the mouse, the tank won't move. But if you move the tank itself, it will move. Okay, now we have 35% camouflage rating. 35% camouflage rating. Let's go back out and see if that makes a difference. We have now, by having a 35% camouflage rating on a KV-4 heavy tank, this should be a little bit better as far as staying hidden. You should have no trouble staying hidden as long as you can find a big enough bush, of course. Because somebody spots the hull, we're done for. We're done for. Flat out, we're done for. We may be hidden, but if they spot anything, if they spot the hull period, the whole tank's not going to disappear. The tank doesn't disappear. It just disappears from radar. It prevents you from getting spotted. But if any part of your hull is showing, if somebody has line of sight to that part of the hull, they can spot it. That's why it's very important that you have a tank small enough to hide. That's why concealing something this big is near to impossible. It's hard. When you have something this gigantic you have to conceal and keep hidden, not going to happen. Now, with this board, I would say taking the beast route would not be a smart thing. Head to this area and it should be fine. So, I need to head to areas that has a lot of trees. Knock down a tree, find a good vantage point, knock down a tree, high bond the tree, and I'm good to go. Find a really high hill, knock down a tree, and stay there. Do not move. Now, because my hull is so big, I have to knock down a tree in order to not be seen. A bush is not going to work with this tank. You need a tree to camouflage you. See that right there? That tree is perfect. So knock this tree down, and it should be okay. Okay, we should be alright. We should be alright in here. Okay, let's get into sniping mode. Now, look here. No one can spot us. No matter how good their viewing range is, no one, as long as this is lit up green, not one person can see us unless they come around the back of the tree. Or if they blind shot the tree, they could hit us. If they take a blind shot at that tree. What I should have done was should have knocked down a couple of trees. So that this way, because right now we have one tree knocked down and an entire sea of other trees not knocked down. That's a mistake on my part. I should have done things differently. All right. I'm not moving. This guy, we got a rock blocking our shot. Now we got a hill blocking our shot. We're still camouflaged. See, now this sucks because now we have no shots. We have absolutely no shots. I think we're going to move a little bit, disappear, just like that, so we can hopefully spot whoever's there. Oh, we got a shot. Nope. No, we don't. I hit him. Here's where the problem lies. I hit him, but I didn't pin him. No one saw me until he went around the back. See that? I never got spotted until they went around back. He went around back of the tree in order to spot me. No one could spot me from the front. My camera rating was high enough where no one could spot me. Period. Even after shooting, no one spotted me. That's impressive. In order to see me, they had to go around back like that. This was a perfect cover for me. The perfect. Because that's a big tank. So now I know. Knock a tree down. If you ever have a really big tank, you need to stay concealed. Get a really high camo rating. Knock a tree over. And go. Just go. Knock a tree over. Stay there. Don't move. That's a little trick I learned. If you ever have to stay camouflaged and you cannot move, make sure the hull lock is on and make sure nobody's looking at you. Make sure no one's looking at you. If they are, don't move. Make sure the hull lock is on. Don't touch the movement buttons. Just use the mouse. Use the mouse only. Use the mouse only, guys. You can't see them. You can't see. I can't show you the mouse. Use the mouse only. I'm telling you guys, use the mouse only. By using the mouse, you'll be able to keep your hull locked. Every time you move the hull with using the buttons, you're risking being seen. So if you have the hull lock on, like I did, I thought I took it off, but I guess I didn't. If you have the hull lock on like I do, then only, and you're in tank destroyer mode, and you're in sniping mode, only use the mouse to look left and right. If you can't reach them, stay there. Don't move. It doesn't matter. Zoom out if you have to see. God forbid, zoom out if you have to see what you're doing. Okay? If you have to, zoom out. But if you're in sniper mode, do not move the hull. As soon as you move the hull, you'll get spotted. Knock a tree over, knock a handful of trees over. If I had knocked over 3 or 4 trees, they would have gone around to every single tree. By the time they got to my tree, I would have killed one of them by then. I still would have gotten 1 kill. Would have been better than nothing. So, all in all, I went over a handful of important things that should be gone over. I went over some things that you should know about this game, a handful of things that will keep you alive longer, and a handful of things that will definitely help you last longer in this game. Number one thing to remember about this game, fun. Fun is the most important thing. If you're not having fun, step away for a little bit, do something else, then come back. That's what I do. I play this for about an hour or 2, shut it off, do something else, then come back. Just do that. But for the most part, what I do is I do what's called my dailies. I set tanks. See this right here? Primary vehicles. What I do is Anything that this is checked, I grind any tanks that I have set to primary. All the tanks that I have set to primary, I grind all of them. One victory. Make sure the ×2, that's right here, is exhausted for all the primary tanks. Then I log off and I'm done for the day. Now, if I'm grinding tanks to move on to the next tank, I will choose the tier I'm working on. Now, tanks that look like this with this half circle around the name, that's called a premium tank and or a tank that's already researched. So it's either considered a premium tank or it's an elite tank. This tank is a premium tank. This is also a premium tank. This is a gold. This is not a gold tank. This is a tank you get in one of the boxes. Now you probably saw, if you didn't see the video, check out my World of Tanks playlist and the video's in there. It's for Holiday Ops 2026, where I opened up over 100 boxes and I showed you guys the probabilities of pulling stuff, and I showed you guys what I pulled out of those 100 boxes. I will have the World of Tanks playlist at the end of this video in the bottom. On the left side will be the last video I produced. And on the right side, left side will be a recommended video. The right side is going to be the playlist for World of Tanks. Look in the playlist for World of Tanks, and there's going to be a video that's going to say Video Game Updates World of Tanks 2026 Holiday Ops. Check out that video. That is the setup for the Holiday Ops. So if you really would like to know what the setup for Holiday Ops is, you might want to check that video out. Because this is neither Let's Play, this is not a video game update, this is just World of Tanks, that's it. Because we have a playlist only for this game, we no longer have to have update or Let's Play. We don't have to, we can. Let's Play is not necessary because we have a playlist only for this game. So, if we do have an update, I will have an update video. That's fine. But just having Let's Play video for this game, I don't need to. Because this game has its own playlist. So, when this video is ended, on the right side will be the World of Tanks playlist. You can check out all my videos for World of Tanks there. I had quite a bit, not a lot, but quite a bit. You can check it out if you want to. Oh, by the way, if you do own the dog, check him often. You will see him doing this. If you ever see the dog doing this, see that? You might want to click the dog. Shall found something while you were gone. Go check it out. Your dog brought a bag filled with all sorts of odd, useful things. Despite your best efforts, you could not figure out where it might have come from. Your four-legged friend just sat nearby, looking smug, perfectly content for the rest of the day. lost but not gone. He found 20,000 credits and a friendship level has been increased. Not bad. You know it's serious when a dog has a better supply chain than your logistics team. You click It's Mine Now, which is the white button my head's covering. See that? Click that. And stuff that he found, you now own. Now, if you own the dog, if you purchased him with gold, you'll have this den here. You'll be able to name the dog if you want to. If you chose not to buy the dog will be here. If you chose not to buy the dog will be here until the end of Holiday Ops. And when Holiday Ops is over, he's gone. He's never coming back. He'll come back next year. Okay? He'll do the same things he's doing out there. The only difference is that it's much cooler having him out there because he gets you actual credits. Instead of getting you little tchotchkes here and there, he'll actually get you actual credits, which is really good. He gets you 10% bonus credits. 10% is really not that bad. So, honestly, why have him sitting here when you can own him forever? You could have him sit in your garage for all of eternity and just get you credits. You could have him sit in your garage just like this and get you credits whenever you want to. All you have to do is click this, have 2,000 gold sitting in your account, and you could buy him right here. It'll say buy now. 2,000 gold. Click the buy now button. He belongs to you. Change his name right here. You could change his visibility. You could change his name. And that's it. He'll give you 10% bonus to credits at all times. With or without premium time, you get a 10% bonus to credits instantly. So if you're playing a premium tank with premium time, with him, the 10, playing a premium tank gets you 10% bonus to credits right there. Right? Having him gets you an additional 10% bonus to credits. Having premium time gets you 15% bonus to credits. So that's 35% bonus to credits. Ready? Let's say you activated this. That's 50. 50% bonus to credits. 50 plus 35. That's 85% bonus to credits. 85%, guys. And all you have is the credit bonus, a dog, premium time, and a premium tank. That's it. That's it. All you need is that, and you get 85% bonus to credits. That's impressive. You could really, really rake in the dough in this game if you knew things pile up, things stack. For example, using a regular, normal, average, everyday tank, okay, will get you 0 bonus to credits. Using a premium and or elite tank, that will get you significant bonus credits. Let me show you guys an old premium tank. Let me show you guys a really old premium tank. I will show you guys exactly what they do. The really old premium tanks will only show you this. Only the old ones. The new ones will not show you this. A premium tank gives you certain benefits that other tanks do not. And only the original, the old premium tanks will show you what you get. The new premium tanks will have the new tanks have field modifications. So therefore, they don't show you what you get. If a tank has field mods, it will not show you what you get. So let me show you guys a tank that does not have field mods, so you guys can see for yourselves what you get. Of course, it used to be right. There, here you go. More combat experience, more credits for each battle, free crew transfer without penalty. So you get more credits for each battle by driving in a premium tank. Okay, so you get more credits for each battle for driving in a premium tank. If you have premium time, you get bonus to credits. Okay? If you have the dog, you get bonus to credits. And if you activate this, you get more bonus to credits. That's insane. You realize that that's 85% bonus credits. 85, guys. Think about this for a minute. My brain is crap. My brain is nothing right now. 85 bonus credits is mind-blowing. My mind is blown. 85% more credits you would normally get for a short period of time. That's insane. As long as you're playing a premium tank on premium time with this active right here, 85% bonus to credits. 85. That's insane. Can you imagine? Now, see the number? See how the number is lit up? If you ever see a number lit up like that, use it immediately, because that means you have resources, reserves that are going to expire soon. Sometimes you get personal reserves, okay? And the personal reserves you get are expirable personal reserves. You have to pay very close attention to your personal reserves, because if they expire, you have to use them as soon as possible. This one expires in 6 days, and I have one. Okay? Now, I am going to eventually use this eventually, but it's only 1 hour. So, I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to post this video, and then I'm going to go back into this game and use up that last resource. So, because right now we're about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours into the video, so I think it's time to end it here. I'm going to go back in, grind out this 1 hour expirable resource grinder, and we'll be good to go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe button. And please take a moment to comment down below. Really appreciate it. Please share the video with your friends. Don't forget to check out my World of Tanks playlist. I have some videos in there. I'm working on making more. Little by little, I'm trying to make more. I'm trying to figure out, what to make it on. I just don't want to have gameplay. Most people just have random gameplay. I want to have a purpose. I want to have a reason for making a video. Sometimes I just like to go in there and just play and show you guys. Sometimes. But I also don't like cheating. So I will die a lot. So because I refuse to cheat, I end up dying an awful lot. So that's just the way things roll. So that's the way things go. Let's see. Where's the tank? There it is. Okay. That's just the way things go. So that's the video for today. We went over the brand new premium tank destroyer, the Soviet Union tank destroyer, the KV-4 KTTS. You could purchase this in the store. Sometimes you will see it right there. Sometimes you will see it in here. It will be right here. If you want to purchase a tank for gold, using gold, you can purchase it right here. Okay, guys? That tank we just went over today, you could purchase it right here for gold. This comes with a full crew with enough XP for 3 perks per crew. I got the one with the full crew with no perks. So, why? Because I already have spare crew with perks already learned. So, why do I need crew for? It's fine. So, if you have the crew to spare, then don't get this. Don't bother. So, anyway, if you want to pick up the KTTS, you can. It's available in the store for sale right now. It's under the best category. Where the star is right there. Pick it up right next to this thing. It's right in this open space right here. You can purchase it right then and there. Or you can purchase it with a full crew with 1 perk learned. And with the 2D style added as well. I have no idea what the 2D style is on there, but I figured I don't need it because I already have a full crew with perks learned. So, no big deal. For me, I'm paying 10,000. I'm paying 10,000 gold more for a full crew. In a way that does kind of make sense, but at the same time, I don't need it. So, it's fine. I already have a full crew for another tank that I sold. So all I do is retrain that crew to suit this tank. Technically, you didn't even have to retrain the crew. The tank it came from was a premium tank. I sold that premium tank. So technically, and that was also a tank destroyer. So I didn't even have to retrain the crew because it was going from a premium tank to a premium tank. So I didn't even have to retrain them. They would have still learned and have still known and used the skills I had. Check out my Crew 2.0 video for more details on Crew and when to train, when not to train, how much to train. My World of Tanks playlist has a Crew 2.0 video. Check out the Crew 2.0 video and it will explain to you guys how the Crew 2.0 works and when to train and when not to train. Okay, guys? Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Please comment down below. Please share the video if you like it. Share them with your friends. I really appreciate this. I could use all the help I can get. I could really seriously use all the help I can get because really I need the help. So thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I can't do this without you. You guys are the best. Thank you. Have a good one. Have a good Christmas.